So I'm just getting home from work, and there's a video that I shot way back in February that I intended to post, but I lost all of the footage to. While I was at work, I actually had to edit something else, and I found all of the footage. Now, the problem is that specifically had to do with a Valentine's Day weekend style video. But considering that this is going to be absolutely one of the thirstiest summers of our entire existence, kind of still seems to make sense to post it right now. So please, enjoy.
Hi, I'm Zane Films, and this Valentine's Day weekend, come take a bath with me. Well, it's just the two of us now. You and me, and this love pool of water between us. For the duration of this video, as long or as short as you want to stay, I am here to keep you company and to give you a fantastic Valentine's Day-like celebration in the process. And I genuinely am going to be doing all of this off the cuff, but I'm going to be doing it for you, and only you, viewer. Not the camera that I'm talking to, no. The person beyond the camera. The person that I'm really trying to make eye contact with. You, the viewer. This is all for you. You know, I wouldn't want to be spending Valentine's Day with anybody else. This, one of the most magical of holidays. The one where sitting in a bathtub is more than just sitting in a bathtub. There is depth to the decision. And I know you might be thinking to yourself, Zane, why the hell are you doing this? Well, maybe it's just because I feel such an intimate connection to you. Again, you specifically, the person who is viewing this, who is hearing me say this, you. And I know that's immensely awkward, depending on who you are, but it also might be rather beautiful. You never know. I never know. We together go through life not knowing. But I'd rather wander aimlessly through life with you than lost on my own. Look, we don't have to just sit here and relax if you don't want to, but I think it's best to soak in the moment for at least a minute, don't you? Here we are. What's that? Oh, you're hungry. Fair enough. I couldn't prepare dinner, for you see, I was soaking in a bathtub, but I could get a special Valentine's Day treat. Every lady loves some nice chocolate. Am I wrong? I don't think so. To us. It has little pieces of lime in it. Mente, citron verde. Munt is how some country says lime, and now we both know how to say that. It is the love language of lime. It is taking something so confusing, similar to love, but in this case, lime, and putting it into something so erotic and passionate as chocolate. And together we get confusing passion or unsettling eroticism. And isn't that what Valentine's Day is all about? Especially if you're with someone that you've been with for, let's say, 2 days. You've been dating them for 2 days, but it's almost Valentine's Day. And you think, what the hell is gonna happen on Valentine's Day? What are the expectations? Well, it doesn't matter if you met 30 years ago or 30 seconds ago. They are fucking high. It's Valentine's Day after all. This is more important than your wedding anniversary. This is more important than the birth of your 3rd child. This is more important than your bat mitzvah. If you don't get her some goddamn chocolate and at least one freaking flower, she will not forget it. She will not forgive. She will hang it over your head until the day that you die. So, if you happen to forget to make dinner, if you happen to forget the day of your wedding anniversary, please remember to have chocolate. And if you forget that you might be hungry in the same time that she is going to have this chocolate, please make sure that you get a second piece of chocolate. This one I have not tried. They are both from Belgium. And let me tell you, European chocolate is an entirely different ballgame than American chocolate. Belgian chocolate, do chocolate just right. This being called Island Dream makes me think that I'm going to fall asleep and wake up in paradise, baby. And in a bathtub, that kind of feeling feels so right. Please, pay attention to my soothing voice and not the struggling of my itty little hands trying to open this Island Dream chocolate. There it is. Better than the lime one. Why? Because it's not lime. It's not sour. Oops. No, I spoke too soon. That one is disgusting. If you're gonna get some chocolate for your ladies, men, make sure it tastes good. Make sure it not Island Dream. Make sure it doesn't have a lot of sour lime in it. From Belgium, surely. From Europe, why not? From Belgium and Europe, Island Dream or lime? Think again. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, when it comes to chocolate, what better pairing than some nice red wine? And I'm glad that we're on the same page nowadays, you and I. We're getting to know each other so well. This is legitimately red wine, and I legitimately don't drink, but for you, on Valentine's Day weekend, why not try something a little new? Ooh. Ooh. Red wine makes you feel a certain way. You realize a glass is good for your heart. Just one glass can make you feel mature, sophisticated, like you did get a good college education, like you did not go to a liberal arts school, and that you just graduated and now you're thinking, what can I do on YouTube? I know. I'll make an hour-long video of me sitting in a bath. No. Why whine about it when you can soak up that anxiety and that stress and that confusion? You can squeeze it out in the form of grape juice. Let it ferment. And then get pretty weirdly tipsy off of it on the day of love. What with a oddly specific Belgian chocolate and some pretty ripe red wine. I don't think there's a better way to start off our Valentine's Day. And let me just clarify, when I do say our Valentine's Day, again, I'm not talking to the world of YouTube. I am talking to you. The most important person in my life. You. The person that is hopefully sharing a bath with me. I didn't specify at the beginning of the video that you needed to be in a bathtub when you were watching this video, but I think that goes without saying. Am I wrong? I don't think so. You know, it only takes about 10 minutes for very warm bath water to become oddly lukewarm. We could have gone vacationing to Hawaii. We could have gone on a cruise. We could have gone to a fancy restaurant. But none of it would be as intimate as the two of us sharing the same bath in two different bathtubs. I don't think I could have set this up any better. Not even if I tried. Not even if I really tried. I think that this is going to go as smoothly as any other Valentine's Day plan I could have thought of, and beyond. And if that's not love, I don't know what is. If that's not pure magic, I don't know what is. If that's not the equivalent feeling that a kid gets when he finds out he's going to Disneyland for the very first time, shoot, I don't know what is. Am I wrong? I don't think so. You know, because I have such a strong admiration for you, I did write you a couple of poems. I am a bit of a fancy, artsy type of person that way. I tend to dabble in the concept of writing novels. I don't actually write novels, but I like to say that I will. At some point in my life, I might. I like to experiment with words. I like to really dive in deeper than physical appearance. So, mind you, when it comes to these poems right here, when it comes to these poems, I really do see more than the outer shell. She, that's you, is good in bed. Let me just find another one really quickly. Roses are red, and I don't mean to be crass, but when I get you in bed, let me see you shake that good personality. You see what I mean? Even in the most intimate of situations, I'm thinking about more than just what's on the outside. Like, for example, she got me feeling like, whoa, hey now. When I'm an all-star in the sheets, did I just hit a home run? Because dang, look at my dirty cleats. And that's a reference to the fact of our pasts, right? I did play baseball for 15 years, so I did indeed have dirty cleats. If you did not understand, the home run is not because I legitimately hit a home run, because as I had mentioned, I did play baseball for 15 years. No, that was an innuendo for love making. And prior to that, when I said she's got me like, whoa, hey now, that's a reference to my breath truly being stolen from my lungs. Because when I saw you, the very first moment that I saw you, I saw that, not only that behind, But I also saw behind the behind. Deeper. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson in Cosmos, I went deeper than just the behind. I saw that, how did I say it before? That good personality. And I mean it. Those aren't just words on a page. They are from the heart soul strings of the guitar that is sitting in the left of center in my chest. Let me see what else I have here. Dear Diary, I'm beginning to think that she is seeing another man. That's not a poem? If you fall, I will be there to catch you. If you sneeze, I will be there to say bless you. If you have an empty seat on the bus, I will take that spot next to you. I don't know if I should finish this one. This is, I don't know what YouTube's regulations allow, and I realized I could get an R rating if I finish this one, and I'd rather keep that very, very personal. Again, I'm trying to focus more on the inner self. You know what? Let's skip the poetry. The poetry is really, it's just, words do not describe how I feel about you. I can try, surely, but I'll never get quite there. I will start here, and I will try. Here, there, you are, there. And I'll never get quite there. Do you know what I mean? Again, my words are not the best at speaking for me. Am I wrong? I don't think so. Oh, what's that? Could it be the beginning of our favorite song? Here, let me see on my music device what I've got in store for us. This is, I believe, our song. Listen. Do you remember the night we met? That night that we met, we were in the underground, noted as Chicago's sexiest nightclub. And it was, because you were there. Your sexy good personality lit up the room. I could not get enough of your good personality. It was so big and round and good. And you made me feel a certain way. Almost as if, I can't put it into words. The closest I've ever come to putting it into words was in that poem. Whoa, hey now. And that's when I knew. That's when I knew you. Girl, you the one. You had me feeling all sorts of crazy. Like bam and dang and whoa and what's that? Also, shizwing and get up off of that and best be playing. I couldn't contain, I was no longer myself. You had me on a different level of vocabulary that my brain, which was supposed to keep me on the right track, had now also gone off the rails. And it was all because of your big, round, juicy, good personality. Drove me up the wall. Sorry, I'm not trying to get sappy and romantic. It is Valentine's Day weekend, so it's very hard not to remember the good days of our younger generation selves. Walking into that underground nightclub, hearing Teo Cruz, I believe. He was announcing some raffle winners of a Lamborghini, and I was all like, do they understand? Like how on Family Feud, when the family wins a car, that family now has to put down payments on the car and pay for the gas and the warranty, all of the, there's so much more that goes, and you walk right into the room with your, how do I say, Jennifer Lopez sized personality. My eyes from the mirror to your heart. It was magnificent. It was like something out of a movie scene. Like Hannah Montana once said, if we were a movie, you'd be the right girl, and I'd be the best friend. And I don't remember the rest of the words exactly. But I do know that it's cute and that it's about us. I do know that Miley Cyrus once went into the underground and said that she gained inspiration for some Hannah Montana song from an underground experience, and I assume that she got a glimpse of that personality and she knew that that was more than song worthy. Wait a minute. Please, don't move. Stay right there. You look so marvelous in that light. I know this is a bit forward, but I have to paint you. I must paint you. This is for the brush. This is to clean the brush. This is the brush. I know you might not think that I am much of an artist, but I dabble. I do. I dabble do. I must get my canvas ready. You are catching me quite off guard. Usually, when I'm ready, I have my paints all set up on the plate, ready to be used. It's okay. But since I am so caught off guard, my paints were not ready to be put on this plate of mine. Please, do not think I am bleeding. I am only being an artist. That's not coming off. But much like love, it leaves a stain, a simple reminder that it was here, and in a way will always be here. You do not just unlove somebody. You learn how to grow. Once you realize that that love has become a different form of love, an admiration and appreciation. But when you do have love, like we do, you hold it close, because you may never get it again. Nowhere near as marvelous as you may think. You ever think about that? This could be the best our lives ever get. And my goodness, if that's the case, I'm all right with it. I'm not going to use black. That one hurts my hand. I'm so sorry. I know that you don't like to have your picture taken, but I thought that you instead of stopping for 10 seconds for me to take your photo, I thought you sitting in the bathtub, just completely out in the open, personality and all, would greatly appreciate if you just sat there for, I don't know, 20 minutes. Completely still, motionless. Don't even breathe. I don't want you to ruin anything. It's like the Mona Lisa. She was not allowed to breathe. That's a fun fact. This painting has to be perfect because it will be a reminder of us. Very good. And let us begin. First, I'm going to start with your hair. Your beautiful red locks. Please, do not patronize me. If it is not up to your standards, I will make it 100 times over. Why, that already looks just like you. Oh, you know, I haven't painted since... Anyway. Not many people can say, hey, you know what my Boo-Tang did for me on Valentine's Day? He sat in a bathtub and painted me in a bathtub. And I know you're thinking to yourself, oh, I am the luckiest. And you are. But you don't have to say it just to flatter me. Because I'm already the lucky one who gets to be with you. The biggest thing is that I didn't think about where I'm going to put this when I need to clean the brush. This'll do nicely. And when I say this will do nicely, what I mean is this is going to have to do. I don't have any other options. Let's get your face. Beautiful. Oh, this is... I don't like to toot my own horn, but we might make millions if I decide to paint more people. And I know how much you like your money. They say my honey likes the money. I say my honey already got everything I need. Front to back. It's oddly realistic. It's unbelievably believable. It's avant-garde and yet so modern and so relevant. It's mise en scène. I know you don't like when I bring my liberal arts college home with me, but I couldn't help myself. It's funny, I used to tell you that your hair reminded me of a house fire, and I meant it as a compliment. And you knew I meant it as a compliment. You said, you mean that as a compliment? I said, sure. And ever since then, whenever I see your hair, I just think, dang. If our house was on fire, I would not be able to find you. Because your hair is so purely the essence of fire. Painting you reminded me of a house fire. Because I love you. Can't forget the legs. Oh, her. Most people don't realize how tall you really are because as a filmmaker, I do like to capture my love on a tape as often as possible, and People don't realize the camera really does, from the wrong angle, can make you look significantly shorter. People don't realize that you are taller than me, which is baffling. It's everybody all of a sudden thinks that I'm just right there over your head above you, and then people see us in person, they say, whoa, Zane Films, who is this goddess of a goddess? And I say, this is my wife, girlfriend, fiance, stepsister. Don't, this is just my girl. You know your name. I don't need to say it out loud. I can't forget to add the bath, because you are. And people don't realize your position in your bath right now, and I'll make it very clear. I'll make it very clear in my painting exactly your position in the bath right now. Oh, this is beautiful. Just the way that some colors love to just combine together. It's as if the world realizes, they say, Zane Films, we understand what you're going for, and we are here to help. We are here. We know that a photograph can capture 1,000 words, but we know that a painting captures 5,000. And we want to be there to make sure that that 5 times bonus really soaks in for everybody, so they realize that this girl in the painting is more than just a girl. She is your girl. She's the one. She is the one that Justin Bieber made the songs about. The one that, dare I bring him up again, Teo Cruz made all his songs about. She's the one that Ed Sheeran thought about when he wrote Photograph. It's amazing. She walks into a club in Chicago, everybody says, I need to put that personality to the test. And then when they get to know her personality, they realize she's songworthy. Oh man. I'm sorry, I'm so infatuated with the fact that it just looks, dare I say, too accurate. I really didn't think it would, because I haven't touched a brush and I've never done it. And so I really didn't think that this would turn out as accurate as it has, and I can't wait to show you and explain where the expression is, part of me is coming into play, because it seems like I'm being chaotic, but I'm not. It's really, I'm just putting everything I see into, I want to say words, but what I really mean is I'm just bringing it to life, and I don't think there's a better way to bring it to life. This looks exactly how it's always meant to look. Thank you for not breathing, by the way. If you had moved at any point during this, my goodness, it would be impossible to recover. It truly is a spectacle to see such a brave woman take a stance and not breathe for the sake of a photo. Dare I say, photo. What I mean is of a portrait that will be hung up for the rest of her life, for the kids and grandkids to ask about. They say, Mommy, what is this? And you will say, why, one day your dad really showed me how much he cared about me by emphasizing his love and putting that into something more than words. And I will say, oh, stop it, honey, give me a kiss. And you will give me a kiss. And it will be a story we will tell forever. Beautiful. Oh! Almost forgot. How could I forget? Thank you. Thank you for being so patient with me, dear. I'm sorry, the camera died, which must mean that we are coming to the end of our journey, but at the same time must means that I must show you the portrait of you. Please, be as judgmental as you want, although I think you will find that it is a bit uncanny. Without further ado, here is you. As you can see, I think I've captured your red hair exactly right. It is rather fiery. You can see that I've captured your torso almost exactly right, and the nubbins of your arms compared to the gratuitous length and girth of your meaty seaweed-esque legs. And that is quite the compliment, because you do look like you've become half Hulk. As if you got very, very mad and only the bottom half of you turned into the Incredible Hulk. Those are the kind of legs that you have. And in case anybody is wondering, the radiating red around the body is because of the fact that you do have, in a non-complimentary way, you do quite literally have this glowing aura around you, like Aurora Borealis. You do really radiate a light, and scientists are very fascinated, and most people would be interested to know, we have been investigated many times. They ask, how is this possible? How is she radiating light? What have you done? What are your food routines, your daily routines? Did you fall into a chemical plant as a child? We say no. This just kind of sort of happened one day. It's just going to happen one day. Also, anybody wondering what this is? This and this. For anybody that doesn't know you, as I mentioned before, your Jennifer Lopez-esque personality. When I say it like takes the air out of the room. I quite literally mean it. It's taking up so much space in the room. There is less oxygen for people to breathe. Because just your presence alone does take up more of the area of a room than the average human being. I like it. I love it. It's why I'm with you. It's just facts. I'm not complaining. That's just what it looks like. Oh, and as everybody wondering, yes, you are in the middle of the ocean. That's not to say that you're not in a bathtub. You just happen to be in a bathtub underwater in the middle of the ocean, and I respect the hell out of you. For a lot of people that don't know, my wife does do scuba investigative journalism. Right now she is in the middle of an ocean trying to find bits and pieces of the Titanic that we have yet to find. I say, have you found them? She says, I'm not sure. I say, go on. Go deeper. She says, do you think that's really a good idea? I say, go on. Go ahead, go. Get deeper into the ocean. She says, it's dangerous. I say, life's about risk. Plus, it's your job to find these pieces. You need to do that. Otherwise, we might starve. Unless I do start making more of these, of people. Because then we could make a fortune. Because this is ridiculously uncanny. Oh, also for anybody wondering, where is the brassiere of you? Again, for people that don't know you, you weren't born with anything there. Like Kyle XY. That's you, but real. That's you, but a real human. You're like Kyle XY, but a woman, and your legs are very long. You can basically stand in the ocean. You do really, you just kind of look down at the world. And I look up and I say, she is my sunshine. People say, oh my goodness. That lady is huge and she's glowing red. What's happening? And I say, that's my girl. That's my girl. You know, she likes Teo Cruz, and they say, why are you so calm right now? This is very unnatural. What's happening in the world right now? This is incredibly uncommon. And I say, I'm just lucky. I'm just lucky to have found you, to have been with you. And for everybody that could have noticed you, does notice you, it's amazing that you chose me as well. That you chose to spend your Valentine's Day with me in 2 separate bathtubs at the same time. Now I know that this video might not be the shortest video, it might not even be the longest video, but I think my pruny body is screaming that this is the end of a beautiful night. So, if you will, please, let's just ride it out as the bath comes to its own end. Wasn't that refreshing? Well, like the Titanic, I think this brings us to the conclusion of our evening. And like the Titanic, I think one of us might die. But like the Titanic, I will never let go. Because I love you. And yes, like the Titanic, we will make love in an old, old car that I don't understand why it is on a ship. And like the Titanic, I know that you are in the middle of the ocean. And like the Titanic, I know that you are looking for pieces of the Titanic. But much like the Titanic, my heart will go on. And like the Titanic, I do feel like I'm king of the world. And also like the Titanic, you do have the equivalent of a good personality, much like the people in the Titanic. And like the Titanic, I think I did a very good job painting you. But as I said, much like one of the best romantic films ever made in history, Titanic, it seems we have come to the end of our journey. Au revoir.